Hello everyone, welcome again to my channel. I'm Archana Singh. In this video lecture, I'm going to talk about Anglo-Norman period, which spanned from 1066 AD to 1350. In my previous video lecture, I have discussed Anglo-Saxon period with previous year asked questions from Anglo-Saxon period. So you can go and check this video. Now in this video lecture, I'm going to talk about Anglo-Norman period. So first of all, we will discuss historical and political background of this period. So let's start. Anglo-Norman period started after the Battle of Hastings, which was fought in 1066 AD, and Battle of Hastings was popularly known as Norman conquest. Right. In this Battle of Hastings, William the Normandy, who came from Normandy, France, defeated the last king of Anglo-Saxon, Harold Godwinson. Right. So क्या हुआ था कि एंग्लो-नॉर्मन पीरियड कब स्टार्ट हुआ? आफ्टर द बैटल ऑफ हेस्टिंग्स, and Battle of Hastings was popularly known as Norman conquest. So we can say that Anglo-Norman period started after Norman conquest of 1066 AD, in which William Normandy defeated the last king of Anglo-Saxon period, Harold Godwinson. Right. So now William the Normandy was the powerful king of England, and within 4 years he established his rule all over the countries. William ordered an extensive survey of all property of king and country people. Right. He also started feudal system, and in this feudalism, the land is the property of the king, not the tribe, not the country people. Now come to the language which was spoken in the Anglo-Norman period. Right. So William Normandy came from France, so French became the official language of king and noble. Right. French became the dominant language of Anglo-Norman period. Latin became the language of clergy and church. And English remained the language of common people. Right. So its own country, English remained as the second language, and French became the dominant language because the ruler was French. Right. William the Normandy came from France, and so the French became the dominant language. Another great event of this period is the foundations of educational institutions and foundation of universities. University of Oxford was established in 1096, and University of Cambridge was established in 1209. Now come to the works and writers of this period. Romances were very popular during this period. So what is romances? Medieval romances is basically about chivalry and about a brave knight or warrior who fought for loyalty and his lady love. Right. And there were three major themes in these romances. Right. The matter of Britain, the matter of France, and the matter of Rome. The matter of Britain is about adventure of King Arthur and his knights of the Round Table. Right. King Arthur is legendary British king, and he was son of King Uther. Right. King Arthur constructs a round table at which only best knight of England may sit. And what the principal case of Arthur and his round table? What is the principal quest of Arthur and his round table? The principal quest is search of Holy Grail. So what is Holy Grail? Holy Grail is a cup of ball in which Jesus Christ took his last supper before crucifixion. Right. Matter of Britain and Arthurian cycle also talks about the betrayal of Queen Guinevere. Who was Queen Guinevere? Guinevere was beautiful wife of King Arthur, and she fell in love with Lancelot, a knight in the round table of King Arthur, and she betrays her husband, King Arthur. Next is the matter of France. Matter of France is about stories concerning Emperor Charlemagne or Charles the Great. Right. And the matter of Rome is about the stories and adventures of Alexander the Great. Aristotle was the tutor of Alexander the Great, and Alexander the Great fought many battles and he never defeated, right? Now come to the important writers and their works in this period. So Geoffrey of Monmouth. Geoffrey of Monmouth wrote a work called Historia Regum Britannia, which was written in Latin. It is also called the History of Kings of Britain. Right. Lehman was an English priest and he wrote a work called Brut, also known as Chronicles of Britain, and it was written in English. Weiss was a French poet and he wrote a Norman poet and he wrote a work called Brut or Roman de Brut in French language, right? Historia Regum Britannia by Geoffrey Monmouth chronicles the lives of a king of Britain over the course of 2000 years, right? So Historia Regum Britannia talks about the history of kings of Britain in the course of 2000 years, beginning with Trojans founding the British nation and continuing until the Anglo-Saxon, right? Historia Regum Britannia also contains the story of King Lear and his three daughters and popularized the story of Arthur and his round table. So all the three work, Geoffrey Monmouth Historia Regum Britannia, Lehman Brut and Weiss the Roman de Brut, all the three work talks about the history of King of England, and Arthur and his round table, it talks about the history of King of England about the course of 2000 years beginning with Trojans, right? The next poem in this period is All and Nightingale. All and Nightingale is a debate poem, right? And both the words all and nightingale debate over different topics, and for after completion of debates they call a man Nicholas for judging that who is the best debater. Once question asked in net exam that who work as a counselor in All and Nightingale, and here the right answer is Nicholas, Master Nicholas. The next work is Chanson de Geste. It's a old French poem and it's mean song of heroic deeds, right? Chanson de Geste or the song of heroic deeds is about the songs of heroic deeds of great and king warriors of France. Most popular heroic deeds in Chanson de Geste is the Song of Ronalds, right? And it talks about the Charlemagne. We have earlier discussed that the French matter of French is the deal with Charlemagne, right? Who was a Frank emperor. So Song of Ronald also reflects the fight between Christianity and Islam, or good and evil. The poem glorifies Christianity and its defeats over Islam, with the intention of encouraging Christians during the Crusades, right? So what is Crusades? Crusades is basically a religious war initiated by Roman Church to conquer the Holy Land from Islamic ruler, right? The next great work of this period is Cursor Mundi, and it was translated as The Runners of the World. The poem summarized the history of world as described in the Christian Bible, right? The Cursor Mundi is divided in accordance with the 7 ages of salvation history and man's redemptions. There were also Pearl poet or Gawain poet in the Middle English period, right? There's a great work, Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, and it's considered that Gawain poet is the author of Sir Gawain and Green Knight. Pearl poet is the author of Sir Gawain and Green Knight, although the author of Sir Gawain and Green Knight is unknown, right? Sir Gawain and Green Knight is an alliterative poem, and it's a Middle English chivalric romance, and it is one of the best known Arthurian stories, right? Sir Gawain is a knight of King Arthur Round Table, And the poem survives in one manuscript, Cotton Nero. Okay, poem survives in one manuscript, Cotton Nero, and Cotton Nero also includes three religious narrative poem, Pearl, Purity, and Patience. So Sir Gawain and Green Knight, Pearl, Purity, and Patience all are in one manuscript, Cotton Nero. Sir Gawain and Green Knight describes a beheading game, right? It describes a beheading game between Sir Gawain and a mysterious Green Knight, right? Next important work in this manuscript is Pearl. Yeah, it's a medieval allegory and deep vision genre. The poem is written in Northwest Midland dialects, and it's about a father mourning the loss of his daughter Pearl. And in his dream, he saw a garden and he encounters his daughter. Okay. Hope this video was helpful for you all. Can join my online discussion classes for notes and question answer series. Okay, stay with archana@jrf.in. For more details, can WhatsApp me on given number or can visit my website archana@jrf.in. Okay, so keep liking, keep subscribing, keep sharing. Thank you. Stay with archana@jrf.in.